Right. From something that definitely all got you interested, the next one is something that I'm definitely interested in because it might not come as a surprise to you that I am a massive election nerd and that my idea of, like, you know, going to Disneyland is sitting in a count centre, watching things progress as long as I'm not directly involved, right? And I know probably most of the people in this room sit on the other side doing the actual boring counting part. I'm on the fun side looking at it happen. But it is very important that it is seen to be done and that democracy actually has a purpose right down to local level to the councillors that are elected. And Meath County Council live streamed local elections this year, and I have to say it's a really, really clever initiative. To talk us through it, will you please welcome to the stage Ailish Shaw, ladies and gentlemen. Ailish. Thank you.
Okay, hello everybody. I'm Ailish. I'm the Communications Manager for Meath County Council, and I'm delighted to be here with you today to not only talk about comms but also innovation in communications. I suppose my main role is always about engaging and informing, and sometimes that's something we find quite difficult in local authorities. We do amazing work, but for some reason we don't want to tell anybody about it. So I'm delighted to be able to share this with you. We are obviously fully transparent and accountable in this, so we had nowhere to hide. So it's great to kind of give you an insight into that. Okay. So let me give you kind of a breakdown of Meath. So we had 40 seats to be filled across 6 municipal districts with over 90 candidates. So our count centre in Simonstown would become a hub of activity. As a local authority and as a communications manager, my team faced a number of challenges, 3 to be specific. So the first challenge was ensuring that every citizen in the county would have access to real-time information regardless of whether they were physically present in the room. We needed to find a solution to reach over 220,000 Meath citizens. With the prevalence of social media, which we embrace, and the ability to deliver news instantly, Meath County Council's second challenge was to provide news promptly and be the primary source of information for updates online. So we had to compete against the candidates, the journalists, and everybody in that count centre throughout the counts. The final challenge was to educate citizens about the workings of a local election. While the candidates, election staff, and local press could fully experience the count centre and witness the work of the council and the democratic process firsthand, the opportunity was only available to those within the room. So we needed to find a way to bring this experience to our citizens. So it was proposed to live stream the event. So why live stream? By live streaming, Meath County Council will give people not physically at the event the ability to watch in real time or to play back later. By live streaming the event on a virtual platform, we could leverage features that enable people to promote the event on social media and chat with other attendees, increasing engagement rates and sharing the process with others who wouldn't normally participate with Meath County Council online. The online audience will receive information simultaneously with those attending in person, making Meath County Council the main source of information. And after the event, the video can be used as an educational resource. The URL can be shared with educational institutions throughout the county, and the county council could use the video for future election preparations. So what did we need? We needed a camera, a microphone, a laptop with an internet connection, and good lighting to live stream from the in-person event to the virtual event platform. In addition, we needed live streaming software to connect the video we would create to the internet, and users on the other end could access the live stream through a video link shared across our social media platforms in the lead up to the event. Users could click the link during the live stream and start from the very beginning of the day, or they could come in at the point that they have entered on the link. And once the event was over, the live stream software turned the stream into a video that we could edit if needed or to leave as is. So this would become a valuable piece of content going forward. So from June 9th to June 11th, Meath County Council live streamed from Simonstown Count Centre via its YouTube channel. The stream was also shared on all our digital platforms, so Facebook, X, LinkedIn and Instagram. And the local newspaper embedded the link on their landing page. So people who were accessing through the Meath Chronicle could click the link and straight away they're on Meath County Council's website, giving us the click-through rates and also watching the live action. So notably, there was no additional cost associated with the live stream. So the equipment to broadcast announcements to the screens in the centre throughout the counts were already in place. There was a stage, microphone, camera, there was a strong internet connection. So the only additional requirement was the live streaming platform, which we had used previously during COVID and was readily available. So the benefits. Meath County Council created an accessible environment for all. The live stream offered event attendance to people who may not have had the time, money or resources to travel, or maybe had a disability that would otherwise prevent them from attending in person. Allowed anyone to attend no matter what their location was. Live streaming allowed Meath County Council to create a more sustainable event, reducing its carbon footprint. For instance, the local radio station LMFM covers both Louth and Meath, so their journalists based themselves in the Louth Count Centre because they could access the real-time information for Meath online. So because of the live stream, we now have content that we can use repeatedly and push out to our audience later. We can reach people who weren't physically present at a later time. And then the live streaming also just gave citizens a unique insight into the election process, so fostered a real sense of community and increased engagement and interaction. So when the register of electors go out again in 2029, God forbid, to promote the campaign and get into it again, we now have videos that can be used to educate and share the process and promote it. The video will also be used in online promotional campaigns. So obviously in the month leading up, we will get packs for Check the Register, and we can now use this video to prompt that maybe under 18 demographic to get involved and to register to vote. So while the live stream was in place, the communications team was also publishing the results and the graphics on all our digital platforms. So these same graphics were shared with the audience online. So that was going, as these graphics were going out in the room, they were also being shared with that online audience. So that would have been the view from the YouTube channel when they clicked through. So the stream amassed at the time, there's some examples. So that would be our social media content we would have done. So each morning it obviously ran from Saturday until Tuesday, if I remember correctly. And so each morning we would upload, and it was the same link every time. So if somebody had on it saved, they could just click into it again. So it was actually quite easy to do. And we had that material ready to go. So there was no stress in the count centre. If it went to a third or fourth day, we had that material ready to go. So in total, at the time, the stream amassed over 22,800 views with a peak of 166 concurrent viewers and over 9,200 impressions. Despite the majority of viewers being based in Ireland, there was global interest. So with individuals from the United Kingdom, Spain, and the United States also tuning in. And last night I actually went on just to get an idea of how many people have watched it since, and that has gone over 28,000 views as of yesterday evening. So people are still interested in watching it. Or maybe it was all a ye, I don't know, but the good thing is it is growing, and that's what's important. So I just wanted to share some feedback. So Gavin Becton is the editor of our local newspaper in the Meath Chronicle, and he sent this to us, which is kind of speaks volumes. And then I just included some examples of some Facebook and social media comments we received as well. So like, people are interested and they do want to know what's happening. And I know Navan MD went to a third day. God, I'm trying to remember now what it did. And people are like, what are you doing to us? Like, this is, so it's just seeing that. And I come in from the private sector. I never experienced a local election before. So this was all very new to me. But like the whole point of that was I was coming from that public side of things. So what we're doing all the time isn't obvious to everybody outside of the local authority. So it's about embracing that and not being afraid to just share it. So if I have a key takeaway from today, it's about embracing digital transformation. So it did take strategic thinking and vision, but because Meath County Council was willing to embrace digital transformation, it exemplified its commitment to change and to adapt, ultimately adding value to its citizens. And I think that's my job as a communications manager, and it's a job of communications. We need to be willing to open and inform and engage with the public. And we've nothing to hide. We are brilliant, so why not tell people about it? So one more thing I want to share with you. We also did a time-lapse video over the weeks of preparing, so the post, pre and whatever. So it's actually great to see, and this is something, again, we're going to use going out to schools to show them the work and the effort put in to the local election process. So thank you very much.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Ailish, thank you very much indeed. We're going to let you get a microphone on you there. Obviously, this is something that I'm kind of passionate about in the same way that you're passionate about rates. One of the key things to take away from this is all of the local authorities that we have here. We've got 30-odd local authorities in the country. The responsibility will fall to you more and more as media contracts, right? And we all don't really talk about this, but local media is contracting a lot faster than national media. And the example I always give is when I started working in radio, and I joined a radio station in Dublin called FM 104, there was a staff of 30. Now, there was a staff of 30 working in that newsroom. Today, there's a staff of 2. Okay, so that means that that local content, and that's a Dublin radio station, that local content has been reduced, and it's becoming harder and harder for local media to provide it. So the transparency that you need to have trust and faith in your organisations is probably going to fall back to you guys an awful lot more. And it's a brilliant example, Ailish, of how it should be done. Because even if there's only 3 men and a dog watching, you've nothing to hide. It's all out there. It's all there, and people can tune in and tune in. You can't expect them to go and vote on a Friday and all of a sudden not care about it on the Saturday when the votes are being cast. So it's a really good initiative, which is why I wanted to single it out.